We need to go to Camp McCarran. Actually, then, that's a good opportunity for us to do something that I didn't do, which is read the note that we were given by the NCR soldier a while back about from Ambassador Crocker. We know where he is because he's in the Strip. We can teleport there, no problem, or fast travel, whatever. Let's see. I wish to speak with you immediately in regards to important matters. I trust you have learned enough in your travels to know that the New California Republic is an honorable nation engaged in beneficent missions in the Mojave in general, and New Vegas in particular. And of course, this is a faction whose introduction to us is how their slave prisoners who were employed to blow up the way for the NCR railroads decided to revolt against the NCR. That's the introduction that we have to the NCR. Anyway, it is in addition a wealthy nation that... why did you say in addition a wealthy nation? Come on, comas, please. It is in addition a wealthy nation that well rewards persons who dedicate themselves to its national interests, whether for reasons patriotic or material. Allow me to reassure you that if you have committed any crimes or misdemeanors against the Republic, it is in my power to pardon misconduct of this sort. That'd be nice of you to have offered that before, when I had indeed committed some crimes, I think. I stand ready to receive you at your earliest convenience in my offices at the New California Republic Embassy at the south side of the Strip of New Vegas. God bless the New California Republic, by Dennis Crocker, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary, Department of State. I think that's how words go. New California Republic. And again, these guys being painted as... Let's just go to... Is it the Strip North Gate? Ooh, we haven't... No, we can go to Gomorrah directly from there. Being painted as... what's the word? Bureaucrats, you know? Hey, Emily.
Hey.
I'm not done doing the thing that you asked. But that sounded... Yeah. So, the you might remember... The thing is over here. The embassy. That's the one. I talked to that fellow over there. In fact, I talked to all these people over here.
Looking to lose a few caps, huh? Just the place.
Not here, though. Unless you play Caravan, which is my favorite. And also, I don't lose. Military HQ. Military police. And a radio that I must deactivate. Strip letter 10. I'm detected. Excuse me. Who the heck are you? We got prisoners over here. Spotting me stealing that letter. They can't do nothing. I'm gonna read that letter in their face. To Private Jackson, this is the last time I take your advice. I went to the bar at Gomorrah, like you said. I got pissed drunk, kicked out after getting too friendly with the dancers, fell into the gutter, and puked all over myself before being picked up by the MPs. Next thing I know, I am waking up in the drunk tank 2 days later. Thanks for wasting my pass, jerk. Private Daniels. Excuse me. Any of you's the Private Daniels that... Oh, it requires a key. These fellas don't want to talk. Excuse me.
An NCR welcome to you.
Absolutely. Oh, there is an MP. MP is private military police. I didn't realize what it was. Because of the... because he could be a member of parliament. I don't know. Also, I don't have enough lockpick for this. So, lockpicking... I guess I'm not getting in there. Not that I really want to either way. I want to get these computers, though. Losing all my karma. I never had any. So, landing. 2 out of 7. Which means no ings is good. So, landing. This could be it. No. It is not. But it was a good decision. It was a good bet on my part. Warrior. Could be rations. It is rations. 30 experience. What do we have over here? Strip security note. I've noticed an increase in the amount of smuggling of restricted items into the strip. I'm increasing security at the checkpoints to prevent more of this. A report has been sent to Ambassador Crocker via Lisa to address this. A military police shift reports over here. Shift reports from the military police. 2 drunk troopers were causing a ruckus on the strip. MPs got involved and were able to resolve the situation before Securitron showed up. This is weird. Why would they police the strip? Maybe the ambassador is going to tell us. Because, you know, there's no reason why they would be spending... I mean, I suppose they could be just sort of like... you know, getting people used to the NCR controlling the strip somehow. MPs received a complaint of suspicious activity near the Lucky 38. The complainant reported seeing a man hugging several trees. An intoxicated man was sleeping in the lobby of the Tops. A woman reported a drunk vomiting in the fountain in front of the Ultralux. MPs were unable to find the man once arriving at the scene. MPs responded to a report of a young woman behind Las Vegas Station who locked herself in handcuffs. MPs broke up a fight between twin brothers near the Gomorrah. The brothers stated they were fighting over one of the dancers at Gomorrah. Because, Trooper behavior report. Private Irwin has been causing trouble again. His pranks are starting to go a little too far. One more complaint and I'll put him behind bars. My god, that is just brutal. It's like, what kind of... Either the understatement is real there, with pranks are going a little bit too far. I really wish I could see what isn't behind there. Or they're just going from a 1 to 11, or going to 0 to 100 or something. So let's go into the embassy. And they have a radio. Excuse me. There we go. The game likes sending me sideways. There's a bug in the engine where if you strafe, when you go forward and then strafe a little bit like this. I'm always going forward, but I press right. If you do that, then when you leave the W, when you stop walking forwards, you move right every once in a while. It's weird. Lisa, I've heard about you. You also have a terminal. It is locked right now.
Welcome to the NCR Embassy. How can I help you?
What can you tell me about the embassy?
The embassy offices are to your left, while the barracks and living quarters are to the right. If you're looking for a history lesson, I suggest you talk to Ambassador Crocker.
I am indeed looking for a history lesson. Also, tell me about yourself.
I don't have time to give my life story to everyone that passes through. Is there something I can actually help you with?
Everybody asks her that. Of course they do. They're all RPG protagonists coming by over here. I'm looking for the ambassador.
Ambassador Crocker can be found in his office through the door to my right and at the end of the hall.
Thank you.
Bye.
So that's where we need to go.
Go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
You clearly are not going to go quietly. Who said that? Ooh. They have Burks over here. And a bunch of doors. Hi.
I hear you've been meeting with Mr. House in the Lucky 38. I bet you think you're pretty special, don't you? Special or not, stay out of trouble, and more importantly, stay out of my way.
Sure. Well, I'd like to know more about you.
Not much to tell. Keeping the troopers in line and monitoring the strip keeps me busy. It's my job, and I'm going to do it well. Now, if that's all, I've got work to do.
It is not all. What can you tell me about the ambassador?
Crocker isn't too bad. He mostly stays in his office now. If you have any questions about the embassy, you should ask him. He'll talk your ear off.
What's happening on the strip?
Yeah, more of the usual. We're keeping an eye on the troopers to make sure they don't do anything stupid. The only stupid one we've had lately is Private Irwin. He's starting to cause more trouble than he's worth.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Well, well.
Hello.
Hello. Look at them doing thingamajigs and whatnot.
Hello.
And we have another letter. Can I steal it? Please let me steal it. I want to read these. I was hidden for a little while. Go away! What terrible people.
Hello.
I did it. I did it. I think I did it. To Private Irwin. Oh. Okay. We've heard of Private Urban. If I hear of you pulling another prank on one of my troopers that causes them to return to duty without their clothing fully intact, I will personally make sure they get transferred to Camp Forlorn Hope and don't come back. I'll be watching you, Lieutenant Asheville. We've been hearing a lot of Camp Forlorn Hope as well. It's got a very, very ominous name. Like it's made to sound like it's the worst thing. But yeah, we haven't been there yet. Maybe when we go to McCarran. The reason why I want to come over here to talk to... Ooh, more papers? No. The reason why I want to come over here to talk to the ambassador first is because Camp McCarran is controlled by the NCR. And it might be relevant to get an introduction with their big honcho.
Hello.
Hey. Oh, Jake Irwin. I've heard of your pranks. You're about to go to prison.
So you're the one that went into the Lucky 38. I bet that was pretty creepy. What can I do for you?
It was pretty creepy. What's happening on the strip?
Us troopers mostly come to the strip for our R&R. We blow off some steam by gambling, drinking, partying, or fighting. If you're looking for a good time, I'd suggest hitting up Gamora. The girls there are pretty nice, if you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, the girls there are pretty nice. No, Jake, I don't know what you mean. What? Like, oh my god. At least it's not saying like no pun intended when there's no pun. Tell me about yourself.
What have you heard? I know people think I'm a little on the wild side, but I'm just trying to have fun, you know? Just because I happen to get into fights and like to pull pranks doesn't mean anything.
It means what it means. What do you know about the ambassador?
He's a little stiff and stuffy. Doesn't leave the office that much. Always surrounds himself with papers and reports. I've always wanted to play a prank on him, but there's no way I could ever pull that off without getting in trouble from Captain Pappas.
Oh, Captain Pappas. A prank, you say?
Yeah, I got a few ideas that I'm working on. Maybe I'll let you in on it once I have something.
You have to be the saddest person. What can you tell me about Captain Pappas?
Now, she may be a bit of a hard ass, but she's the best damn captain we've had here. I'd be careful around her. You don't want to get on our bad side.
I'm not a soldier. I'm good. I'm not a soldier yet, to be honest. Want to play a hand of Caravan?
Bring it on, buddy.
I'm gonna raise all the money again. Money all over the place. The table, rather. Okay, so Boneyard has a 2. That is a bad. I'm gonna play the 6 over there because I think we're gonna be fine there. And an 8 on there. Okay, I'm gonna play a 10. And a 9. Okay, I'm gonna play a 10. Now, I'm not too happy about playing 10s because if he wants to take my 10s, then he takes my 10s. I'm gonna play an 8 over here and get ready to double it. And I will double it right away just to cover my bases. And there it is. And I have a 10, so if I play... Yep, I have a 9. I'm going to have to play on this side over here. Wait, what? Oh, no, that's a 6. Sorry. Cancel. That's a 9 right there. Okay, and then we have a 6 on this that we can double if we want. I need to be careful here because he can win. He can definitely win. So I'm going to take this 10 away. Oh, took the wrong one. But he can't win, so that works. I wanted to take the 10. Oh, he's taking my things away. That's not very nice. Okay, let's double this 10 to bring our new Reno up. And let's apply a 10 over here to win. There we go. I didn't even realize I was going to win there. But that was great.
Not too bad. How about we play again?
Sure.
Let's get this started.
How much money? He doesn't even raise auto match. He's raising 37. He's raising 37. This dude is raising 37 gold. Not gold. Thank you. That was actually kind of sweet. So I need a double here for the 10. And I have another 10 over here that I can play over here because it's the same suit as that, and we win. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Not too bad. How about...
Well, I'm all done now.
Okay. If you want to play again sometime, let me know.
Goodbye.
Sir.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
You jerks in your letter... Oh, he's going away. Let's find out what happens when you take it. Oh, they don't care. I mean, that one guy started to move. Let's see what this one is. To Private Humphreys. This has been the best 3-day pass yet. I learned my lesson early and ditched the casinos for the girls at Gomorrah. Now that is money well spent. You can't get that kind of service at Camp Golf. I don't know that we know where Camp Golf is. That's a camp in the game as well. Going to sleep now until it's daylight and head back out to Gomorrah tonight for one last hurrah. Private Watkins. And I can take all their things. I just lose...
Help you?
No, it's fine. I just lose the karma, which is perfectly fine. And to see the game sending me sideways there again. The game loves sending me sideways.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Hello? They are definitely not quiet about any of that, to be honest. Ooh, there's something over there. Computers that don't work, but that's fine. There's a tape. Ambassador Philip Granger's final report. Losing karma left and right. That's my favorite activity. What is that? Oh. Final report, Ambassador Philip Granger. With my term here coming to a close, I'm taking a moment to reflect on my accomplishments here. Sadly, they are few and far between. The politics between the families, capital F, and Mr. House have made it incredibly difficult to deal with any of them. The Omertas are a group of sleazy lowlifes pretending to be something they aren't. The White Glove Society gives me the creeps. There's something strange going on with them, and I'm not sure I want to know what it is. The chairmen are thugs that dress themselves up in fancy suits, pretending to be cool. I'm surprised that they have lasted this long without killing each other, although it's probably due to Mr. House and his Securitrons. We have our work cut out for us here. I wish my term here was more fruitful than it was, but I'm glad to be returning to the NCR. Philip Granger. Was that the previous ambassador? It was, wasn't it? Excuse me. Oh, look at that. It's the president again. The president of the Republic. Very important distinction there. There's another one. Ambassador Susanna Edith's final report. Excuse me as I climb on top of the thing. There we go, just so you don't spot me. The past 2 years serving as the NCR ambassador to the Strip have been trying at best and downright horrid at worst. Living here in New Vegas has been horrible. The accommodations here are barely serviceable, which is a deliberate and malicious act by Mr. House to hinder the NCR's efforts here in New Vegas. On top of that, I am constantly surrounded by drunken idiots who gamble away their money. My work here has been fruitless. I do notice, by the way, before I continue reading, that the word here shows up a lot in these reports. Pay attention to that. But try to spot as many as you can. My work here has been fruitless. I have been unable to get anywhere with Mr. House, or actually meet Mr. House, since all I have dealt with are his Securitrons that only serve to frustrate me further. Still, after all this time, we have been unable to find a common understanding between Mr. House and the NCR's goals for the area. I look forward to returning home to the NCR, and I wish my successor luck. You're going to need it. From Susanna Edith. And I do wonder if that was you. It's a briefcase. I can look at this stuff, can't I? I can. It's the... Oh, the safe is empty.
I'm glad you could make it. I have something I wanted to discuss with you. It's a very important matter, and I have a strong feeling you're the perfect person for the job.
You sound very convincing. I'm listening.
I'm sure you've noticed that things are a little tense around here with all the issues between the NCR, the Legion, and Mr. House. It doesn't take a genius to see that something big is going to happen soon. To be honest with you, the NCR is in a tight spot. But if we fail now, it's the people here that are going to suffer the most. I'm not willing to let that happen, and I don't think you're the kind of person that would either.
Trying to play on my heartstrings. No, wait, that's not how the saying goes. But you probably understand what I mean. You have my attention. Go on.
To the northeast is a settlement. The locals here call them boomers. They are sitting on a munitions stockpile that would be invaluable to us. I would like you to get in contact with them, and then do whatever it takes to convince them to help us. Unfortunately, the boomers keep to themselves and are, let's say, hostile to all outsiders. That's why I need someone like you. Someone with your background and reputation would have a better chance of reaching them than anyone I have available. In exchange for your help, you would receive complete amnesty for any past crimes against the NCR, as well as additional benefits and perks. Do you think you would be able to do this for me?
Wow. Just getting allies, because you can't get them yourself. I'll find them and talk to them.
Much appreciated. Once you've talked to them, come back and let me know if they will help us.
I wanted to talk to you about the boomers.
Thanks for doing this. Remember, we need their resources to help us in the upcoming battle. Do whatever it takes.
Tell me about yourself, Ambassador.
Interested in politics, huh? Well, grab a seat and get comfortable. I've been in politics quite a while now. Always had the drive to do it even when I was young. It's just something I was drawn to. I started my career over 20 years ago back in the NCR as the local mayor and worked my way up from there. I managed President Kimball's first run for a seat on the council. I suppose that's why I have this ambassadorship.
I wonder if he's bullshitting me right now. 'Cause he's just painting the pretty picture of his career, I think. But maybe not. Maybe he's being honest. Go on.
I was elected to this post 7 years ago. I'm the third NCR representative to serve here in Vegas. Now, I've had my share of ups and downs along the way, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. That's it. Anything else you wish to know?
I'd like to know more about the NCR.
I can provide a quick history lesson, if that's what you're looking for. In 2274, President Kimball sent the NCR Army into the Mojavian Force with the objective of occupying and repairing Hoover Dam. Rangers and Army scouts had confirmed that the dam was basically unoccupied and could be restored to an operable condition. Upon arriving at the dam, however, they discovered that a large force of tribals and robots had occupied it. This was our introduction to the three families, the Securitrons and, of course, Mr. House. Using his Securitrons as intermediaries, Mr. House called for parley. He claimed his forces had occupied Hoover Dam in order to safeguard it for our arrival, and that he was ready to turn it over to us, so long as we could agree to terms. Those terms became the Treaty of New Vegas. The treaty recognized Mr. House's sovereignty over the Strip and granted us rights to establish military bases at the dam and McCarran Airport. The NCR is legally permitted to send 95% of the electricity produced by the dam to our home states. The remaining 5% goes to the Strip. The treaty actually makes it illegal for the NCR to prevent its citizens or troops on furlough from visiting the Strip. Once on the Strip, our citizens are subject to arrest or punishment by House's Securitrons, though that's a rare occurrence. Our troops enjoy a different status. It's illegal for the Securitrons to take action against them. Of course, it's also illegal for our troops to carry firearms on the Strip, so there isn't much trouble they can get into. Our military police does an adequate job of keeping the troops on furlough in line. I don't envy them that task. The embassy was established a few weeks after the treaty was signed. Basically, Mr. House handed us a dumpy little building he had no interest in renovating. I'm the third ambassador to hold this post, and the first, I think, to accept its limitations. My predecessors had ambitions of engineering the annexation of the Mojave. They thought they'd convince Mr. House to join up. I've never even spoken to the man, or whatever he is. Maybe the situation will change once we've beaten the Legion once and for all.
That is brilliant. So he tied up so many, it's not really loose ends, but things that I've wondered about before, things that I noticed but maybe didn't say anything. One thing that I noticed was, did you notice how when we were reading about the incidents that the military police was taking care of, it was all like very non-violent incidents? That's because they're not allowed to carry firearms, which is a little bit weird because I carry firearms. I mean, I don't because I punch, but I carry weapons anyway. But they're not allowed to. That's why they deal exclusively with things like non-violent stuff and stuff like that. So there's not a whole lot of violence to begin with here in the Strip. The other thing is also interesting that I noticed is that they decided to take the Hoover Dam, which we haven't thought about in a while, but it is a fundamental point of the whole plot and of the whole game. They decided to take the Hoover Dam right around the time Mr. House started rebuilding New Vegas. If I'm not mistaken, that was 2274. So I wonder if that's a coincidence. I mean, because if it is a coincidence, it's fine, because it's just an impetus for the storyline. I imagine if they're rangers or if they're scouts had found robots and tribals in the in Hoover Dam, then the NCR probably wouldn't have done the same strategy as they did. But that's really interesting. Also, it's curious that he says that he's the first to admit the limitations of his status. Well, we're gonna have to find out to figure out the Hoover Dam, and that's why I say it's such a fundamental point. Go on.
Now we mostly just keep track of the NCR citizens and troopers around and make sure they don't get in trouble, but that's Captain Papa's job. I keep myself busy with paperwork and reports that get sent back to the NCR. It's mostly busy work, but every once in a while we make progress.
What's happening around the Strip?
It's the same old stuff around here. Gambling, debauchery, drunkenness, it's all here. I'm getting a little old for it, however. If you want more information, try talking to some of the other guys around here. I don't get out of the office much anymore.
Do you want to play a hand of Caravan?
I always have time for a good game of Caravan. I hope you're up to the challenge.
Oh, I'm up to the challenge. He bets 1,005. Actually, 1,125 is what he's willing to go with. I bet all my money, as always. Let's do this, Mr. Crocker. Let's see how well you know your boneyards and whatever. All of these are probably part of the NCR. I don't actually know. I didn't mean to use that, but apparently A works as W. It's kind of confusing. I'm not 100% sure. Probably should have gone with the 8s, but I'm betting that he'll take my 9s over there. And that's going to be fine if he does. I can play an 8 over here and then double the 9. In fact, I probably will do that. Actually, I'll double his 10 over there. Ruin his day. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. An 8 and a 9 and double the 9. Okay. Let's go for it. And I think I win. It's important to notice this. We're in a winning position. We win. It's very important to spot that. I was sort of focused on my strategy, but... Oh, he's rage quitting. He's absolutely rage quitting. Okay, let's pay attention. We got a lot of things ending in "ud" at the end. Searched. Mm-hmm. Sir... could be imagined. Wow, we got lucky. Okay, what do we have over here? Informant report. Latest information from our inside source reports that the Omertas are unhappy with House. We may be able to use this as leverage against him. Reports are coming in from Freeside detailing a rise in violence against NCR citizens. We're going to need to look into this. All sources indicate that Pacer is involved, of course. Our farms on the east side of New Vegas are producing a good amount of crops. With the additional water allocated from Hoover Dam, we can increase the number of farms over the next few years by a substantial amount. That means more residents inclined to vote for annexation. And of course, and as Mr. House had said, the NCR has plans to take over the Strip, obviously. Fiend report. The Fiends have been more active outside New Vegas. The NCR troops stationed at Camp McCarran are handling this for now, but the situation needs to be monitored. That's it. Don't go away. I think I need to talk to you.
It's good to have a friend of the NCR here. What can I do for you?
I guess that's goodbye.
Goodbye.
I thought we needed to talk to him, but as it turns out, we don't. That is President Aaron Kimball. He looks a little bit like Josh Sawyer. A little bit. A little bit. It's the eyebrows. If you don't know who Josh Sawyer is, he's the lead developer of the game. Or lead designer, I should say. Lead writer as well.